This year I came in and asked my students, what could we do? And I said, I want to do this project with the Salvation Army if they will allow us. So my students were all on board. So we called up Captain Padilla and asked him if we could ultimately be a part, and if he would like to be a part in us building a natural disaster or a canteen vehicle for you. He goes, wow, you don't even know. Ours is in such a shamble, we need some help with it, could you help us out? And we started looking at it, what can we do? So we asked the Mr. and Mrs. Padilla what would they ultimately want inside the canteen. And they said they would like a stove, a refrigerator, and some coffee pots to be able to keep the firefighters during times of need when they're out fighting, something to keep them hydrated and also ultimately keep them fed. And also to be able to go out and help feed the homeless or go to a disaster of some type and be able to help support the efforts out there. My students started a nonprofit organization called the Gang for Good. And it's about high school students learning a trade and to be able to give back to the community, not for a paycheck or any money, but just to give back so they can feel what it feels like just to have something given back to somebody. They came in and ultimately accomplished our goals. We put our new kitchen in it, we put stainless steel countertops, we put a refrigerator, a microwave, a stove, a sink, we put coffee pots inside of it, and they ultimately built it from the ground up. The auto tech class, they did a great job in putting new brakes on it, changing the oil, making sure that it was tuned up properly, make sure they put a brand new muffler on it. So we completely renovated it, not only on the vehicle maintenance portion of it, but ultimately the canteen. Put a brand new kitchen in it, state-of-the-art canteen vehicle. I think the kids have absolutely done a phenomenal job. What does this canteen and community service project does? It gives them the life skills they need to go out and get a job. It teaches them how to communicate with business in this industry. It teaches them how to hold organized meetings. It teaches them how to set dates and ultimately achieve the goals to ultimately get to that date. It teaches them how to communicate and teamwork with others. That's my ultimate end goal of this project. This project, I heard things come out of students today that are in 11th and 12th grade in high school that you would never hear at a dinner table, at a friend's house, at a football game or a basketball game. Seeing how it impacted the community to have a line of people out there waiting to get food out of a canteen that they slaved over and ultimately worked on, and see the end result. I think they ultimately understand what it really means now to give back to the community. There is not one other thing that I can ultimately say that I would want more out of this program and this particular project. It's just amazing to see how hard they worked on something and they have achieved every goal that we've already set. Not in June, but halfway through the year. Most of the people thought we'd never get this thing done by the end of the year. We did it in 2 months. And that's contacting business and industry and trying to be not a thorn in their side, but really, hey, we really need this is our deadline date. And having the industry come and give us everything that we needed, anything we requested, nobody had a question about it. Here, go ahead. We'll get whatever it needs to be done to make the project successful. And it was just amazing to us to see how much they've ultimately given back to us. So the students in general, I couldn't be more proud of them.